Mhm. Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about enhancing customer experience in unattended business. And my name is Christina Natalia, and our speaker today will be Shin Han Song. And we're going to start.
In Haron, I think in 8 more minutes, 8 more minutes, or in a few more minutes we can start. In a
Oh
few more
yes,
minutes we can start. Yes.
so we can wait for more people to joining.
Yeah. I saw people coming in already. Okay. So let's wait patiently.
Okay, I think can start already because yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let me start. Yeah. So today topic we are talking actually about the enhancing customer experience and attended business. So in attended business that we are particularly focused in today context, we'll be focusing on self-service laundry. In sync with our product, Laundro, we focusing on the for self-service laundry also, right? So joining with me is our product marketer, Christy, and me myself. You can call me Jin or Han Zong. It's okay, right? So this is the main topic for today. So let me start with a bit of a statistic and trend that I can share with you. So actually, if you were to know that 39, I mean close to 40% of the customer will actually avoid a company and they stop going for a company for at least 2 years if they will experience a single event of a bad experience, right? So it means that you have to be careful in this. They show how important it is for you to actually focus your business itself on the customer experience, right? And then 90% of your customer will be your pet will be your regular customer, right? And 87% of your customer it actually live within amount. Amount in here is referred to 2.4, 2.67 kilometer. You can look at it in within 3 kilometer or 5 kilometer, right? So you have to know that self-service laundry itself, right, in Malaysia context, is actually a retail business. So you are doing a regional business which serve the certain amount of customer in that specific area itself, right? So knowing that, right, we also know that what will be the to know how to enhance your customer experience, you have to know what are the common challenge in the customer experience that they always face, right? In the self-service laundry itself, right? So what caused the bad experience? So from what we know is that when you have a machine that is out of order, right? And confusing cycle, man, the customer cannot understand what is being displayed on the machine, how to use the machine, right? They have to wait for a long period of time and they are not familiar with the machine itself. Right? For example, you introduce a new type of machine that they are not familiar with. So all of these, right, will provide a barrier for your customer itself to have a very good experience in your outlet, right? So all these four things is we could say is a common factor that cause a bad experience, right? So for you to enhance to know how to improve your customer experience, you should also know that what is our customer journey itself, right? So customer journey itself, when we split into four stage. We call it a pre-arrival, arrival, doing wash and dry, and doing post wash, right? So if we were to, you can imagine if you were to enhance your experience, the experience of a customer using a technology, so they can like ideally they can schedule the machine, right? And you receive an estimation of cycle time through the app itself. And then when they arrive, they can pay away, straight away using a mobile, in their in the mobile wallet using a card for quick payment. They don't have to go to the token machine, use the cash, change to the token, use the token to pay. And sometimes the token is not accepted, right? And during the wash and time, they can also monitor the cycle, right? Or receive the notification when it ends, right? Now after everything ends, there will be post-wash session, right? Where they can schedule for the next visit or you can earn some loyalty point. This is ideal experience when you can do it with the technology itself, right? Without technology, right, you can also imagine that they also have the same four stage, but it will be much more simpler. Where you arrive, you go and use the note change into a token, and use a token to pay to the machine. Alright. And then before you arrive, most likely we will survey whether the outlet is full or not, whether you have to wait a long time or not, right? You have to know it by experience itself. During the wash, you have to wait there patiently, probably go to some restaurant or you go to nearby outlet, then you came back, and after that you just return home. So there will be lack of this post wash engagement actually, right? So in this sense, right? So we see that there's three strategy for you to actually enhance your customer experience in your laundromat. It means a self-service laundry lah. So this three strategy, right, focus on three perspective: technology and convenience, ambient and amenity, and communication and support. So all these three, right, it play a role in enhancing your customer experience. It means that you make your customer experience better, right? So let's talk about first thing here is that we are looking at the technology and convenience, right? So what technology and convenience mean in this perspective is that your cash, whether you have automated solution like cashless payment system, you have locker for them to actually drop, pick up, right? You can actually introduce customer feedback system, right? Where you can do the survey and kiosk feedback digitally. You can analyze the feedback, right? And also loyalty program that you can implement to your outlet itself to incentivize the repeat customer, right? So all of this is important, right? Because they um so 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 for example, you have things like the customer are able to check the machine availability, and it's being displayed and being shared to your customer, that before every time before they went to the outlet they can have a look, right? They can have your website, right? They can track the cycle. So all these are the technology that can be introduced to your customer to reduce their waiting period, right? Remember the challenge that they commonly face, right? So these are some of the things that you can collect the feedback, right? You know what to improve next when you on your outlet, or whether the experience is good or not, and how they can improve themselves, right? Loyalty system is also a critical thing for you to know, because customer need to know that the brand itself, your outlet itself, care about them, right? You as a operator, as a business, care about your customer, right? And loyalty program is a good way for you to show and continue to engage to your customer, to tell them that, oh, I like you, you're happy to have them, and then you want them to return, right? This, that you provide a way for you to actually communicate to them. Okay. And then the next thing we talk about is ambient and amenity, right? So what amenity and ambient is here is talking about is amenity is the extra things that you provide, right? The extra thing that you provide, for example, you have it. Some have interactive kiosks, right? Where actually you can do some machine reservation or do payment. Okay, some have digital display where you can display some videos, advertisement, right? How to use the machine, right? Or show the cycle status, right? Where is the last wash happen, right? And then could be have some entertainment like musics, or in and they have free Wi-Fi, right? Vending machine or other essential, like for example, they sell some extra detergent, so the customer don't have to wait, go out and buy extra detergent, so they can use it straight away. These are amenity that you provide, right? For example, some outlet they do provide some playground, right? They provide some playground for the so that the family when they bring kids, the kids have something to do in the playground, right? Or they could also provide AC, right? Some are more they have this glass door where in an enclosed environment they provide aircon where the customer can wait there in a more comfortable way, right? So ambient here, we are talking about the layout, right? Whether how did your customer able to move easily and access to your outlet by itself. For example, whether there's things for wheelchair, right? For people that are disability, whether they can uh and then whether the space is not enough big enough, right? Whether the light is bright enough, and then whether there's things like folding tables, there's a seat for people to wait, right? And all of this will actually enhance the experience. It means that you're welcoming them, you're welcoming so they don't face the customer itself, they won't face any difficulty in going to your outlets, right? So the third strategy, right, we want to share with you for you to enhance your customer experience is that effective communication and support. So here the first thing we want to talk about is effective communication strategy. So what it means is that you need to have a clear signage and instruction for your customer for them to know how to use the service that you provide, how to use the machine, right? If they were to have different type of clothing, how what are the things that they need to use, whether they should select high, they should select low temperature, or they should select warm water, cold hot water. So these are experience. So some customer, if their experience is fine, but if they are not, right, you have to provide the information for them to know. Then same thing, it goes to feedback, right? Feedback is important because you want to provide them, you want to have a method, you also have channel for you to gather, to analyze, and to act on the feedback, right? So by adding on the feedback that is provided, right, you actually the customer will definitely feel appreciated that all the feedback they provide, the time they spend to return the feedback, to tell you what is went wrong, is appreciated by you itself, right? So and then you can also have this, we call it proactive customer support and channel. So it means that you have this real-time assistant. It means that you're multi-channel of a way. You have a lot of channel for the customer to reach you through the WhatsApp, through the email, through your in-apps, right? And then you have a real-time assistant. So whenever people call you, they ask for assistance, they can actually help itself, right? And like self-service solution, like for example, self-troubleshooting, self self-troubleshooting for actually self-help guide actually for the customer to help themselves if they have some they face some issue, right? So these are important, right? Uh, so you can imagine. Let me give you example, right? On the feedback, for example, you can take a look on. They always say that every great company have great customer service. So there's some example, for example, right? If your customer have a uh, unhappy experience when they are using your service, what you can do is say you can actually provide them a voucher, right? If you have all the technology that are available, you can provide them voucher so they can get a free watch whenever they came to the next visit. So these are important, right? So now let us look back in now that you know all this strategy, right? Now in you look back at our customer journey, right? For the pre-arrival, arrival, during wash and dry, and post-wash, right? So in the pre-wash, right, that is where your technology and your communication and support is important, right? Because you have to tell the customer whether you can share, you can tell them which machine is available, you can communicate to them, right? They can make a schedule, right? Next, sorry, give me a second. Okay. Then after that, then when they arrive, right? what will make a difference is the ambient amenity and also the technology. So whether the customer can make the payment process is very convenient, right? It's easy for the customer to make payment. And then there's music, there's a clear layout, there's a uh, ability for customer for the customer to stay there comfortably and they attract the customer, right? During the wash, same. It focus also on the ambient amenities and technology because the customer they may be waiting in the outlet itself. They may not be waiting in the outlet itself, right? So if they are waiting in the outlet itself, right, they have this ability to track the cycle progress, right, and receive notification when the cycle end, right? And if things like in let's say the cycle end, right, you have provide a sitting place, a good place, some activity for them to do during the waiting period, right? Then the last thing, the next journey is the post wash, right? In the post wash, you want them to earn, you want to know that you want them to know that you appreciate they came here, you have give them some loyalty rewards, right? And then of course, if they have some feedback during the process that's unpleasant or that's very good, you will be happy to hear about it, right? So they can share to you, and if the experience bad, you can have some incentive or compensation happen. For example, you can give some wash voucher, you can give some dry voucher, or you can give a free wash whenever they came to the next visit, right? So these are the things that is critical. You can see it go back to the same principle, the three strategy that you need, the technology, communication and support, ambience and amenity. So these are the three most important things for you to actually improve and enhance your customers' experience, right? So let me give you an example in this study case. So in one of our customers, we call it is a Chuchi Express, right? In our perspective, it's a very successful self-service laundry, right? So what do they offer? They offer in the perspective of technology, right? They'll have loyalty program where they incentivize their customer to came back to their outlet and encourage spending, right? So for example, you use 10 times, you have one free wash, right? And they have multiple channel of support. So all their customer can reach them through social media, through WhatsApp, through email, right? They also provide the customer feedback system. So when the customer have a bad experience, everything will be collected and they actually act on it, right? So most importantly, they also have a clear signature for the customer. So the customer will know that, oh, the outlet itself, they're actually offering a loyalty program where the customer can actually register themselves and get some voucher, right? And actually will be incentivized if when they spend more. It's like all of this, right, will give customer a clear idea on what to do when they went to the outlet itself, right? So they have you look at this perspective, and then there's folding tables. You look at all the three main thing that we talk about, like the technology, ambience, and amenity, and communication and support, right? So all this is executed perfectly by them in our perspective, right? So that's so in your case where you want to implement the changes in your business, right? So there's a things that you can start thinking about, right? You want to take actionable step. Then you need to start to think how to make changes in your business, right? When you think about that, then the next thing, the follow-up question will be you need to prioritize what incentive, what initiative that you need to focus on based on your budget and the impact that you see that's lacking in your business particularly. But after that, definitely you have to monitor and evaluate, right? You need to setting up metrics to measure the success of your customer experience, right? And then you have to review it constantly and make some adjustment. So let me give you one, for example, one metrics that we think is important for your customer experience is that we call it the mean time for resolution. It means the average time for when your customer call you, the how long they have to wait until they saw the resolution, right? So this is Because when the customer call you, man, it means something happened, right? Where they require some solution. So how long it takes for you to actually resolve your customer uh, issue, right? It's all mean time to solution. So these are a sample of the metrics that you can measure that will reflect on your customer service, right? Of course, the how they are overall, you can look at the we call it net promoter score, right? How it means that how your customer is willing to promote your outlet to their friends and family or whoever, right? So it means this will be a good indication that you are doing a very good job in providing an excellent customer service and customers are experience for your customer that they are willing to share to their friends, right? So in terms of key takeaway, anything that I want you to learn about to remember today, right? You have to remember the first three strategy, right? The technology and convenience that you need to focus on, the amenity, amenity and ambience, the communication and support, right? And then you also have to know that you have to start to embrace the digital change. You realize that all of the process, right, in optimizing your customer journey will involve will involve technology. So you have to start to embrace the digital change. And you have to pay attention closely on your customer satisfaction throughout their journey, right? You have to know what are they doing during their pre-arrival, what can they do, what will they doing in the arrival stage, what will be during the wash and dry process, and what will happen after the wash and dry, right? So implementation will be very important for you to have a correct technology partner as an enabler for you to enhance your customer experience, right? And you also need to have the correct metrics or initiative to measure your growth. For example, your customer satisfaction, uh, net promoter score, your mean time for resolution, right? All of these are important metrics that you can focus on to improve your overall customer success, experience, right? Okay, so I hope that's all from me. So I think now we'll be open for Q&A session. If you
Yes.
have any Q&A, you can go to the Zoom button. There's a Q&A button, and you just type the question, and Christy will choose the correct one for you for answer, right? And please don't hesitate to ask the question, right?
Yeah, the question button will be beside the raise hand below the screen. So we will wait for a few minutes for question to coming in. All right, so we already have some question here, and Hansong will help us to answer. And the first one will be, what are the key elements of a positive customer experience? And eh, in self-service laundry, and how does they are different from other unattended business?
So in our perspective, right, the three the the positive element in what it means by a positive customer experience is that it's convenient, right? It's reliable. The technology is user friendly. You have a good light, well lighted, right? You have welcoming ambient, and you have responsive customer service. And if you look at it, right, how are they different from other unattended business, right? You know that self-service laundry itself, right? They have longer engagement time. It means that the customer could be staying in the outlet itself for around like an hour plus, right? So the comfort, the amenity will play a larger role in this process, right? And the reliability of the machine, right, and how easy for it to be used is also important because the customer will actually interact with them and actually engage with them for extended period of time. You don't want that you have wait for 30 minutes and after 30 minutes you realize the machine is broken, right? So this is bad experience. So the machine reliability is important, the amenity is important, and the convenience of technology is also very important. Yeah. So that is my perspective.
All right, so the next question is how can we ensure that customer receive timely support when they encounter issue with machine or the service?
Mm, so for this perspective, right? That's why you have we always think about hotline, right? That's why you can see most of the outlet they provide a contact number for you to actually contact, right? So the hotline is actually functioning and is extending. You have people to attend, people that attend to the hotline for extend. I mean 24 hour, whichever depend on your business operation. If you're a 24-hour operation, then you should have a hotline that's the operating at that period, right? And then another thing is that if yeah this is allowed, right, and the situation allowed you, maybe having a on-site attendance during the peak hour will also help, right? It means that they can reduce the customer confusion during the peak hour, right? And they can actually have quick response to any question any customer question that they have, right? The last thing is the metrics here that we're talking about is that time to first resolution. It means that when the customer call you, that they are facing issue, you have a technology that enable you to help the customer to resolve the issue on the spot. I think that is important.
Okay. I think can we can answer one more question. Last one, what are the future trends in customer experience for unattended business, especially for in self-service laundry?
Mm, in our perspective, right, since I think we also like the technology provider, right, we build the software. So what we see is that I think you should expect there's a increased use in AI, right, and IoT in do a predictive maintenance, improve the functionality of the app itself, right? That's what we are trying to do now also, right? Have more personalized customer engagement, right? You can have dedicated your own program that your own spending behavior, right? That is the promotion that is providing to you, right? There's also the same things as what we are looking to offer to our customer also. And then things like a AI powered chatbot for your instant support, right? Having a smart locker for you to do a drop off, contactless payment. I think these are something that is you can expect to see in the near future also, right? I think we also reduce your load as an operator and enhance customer experience. I think you mute yourself, Christy.
Sorry. So our session will be end here today, and the next one, I hope you guys can answer our post webinar question. And this also our last webinar for this series. So I think you guys can stay tuned for our next series. Maybe you can check on our social media or our webinar. Sorry, our website for further information.
Yeah, thank you a lot. I will appreciate if you guys can answer our our
Post
survey
webinar, yeah.
yeah, after the webinar so that we can know how much the information that we share can actually help you in providing better service and better support to your customer and help in your business also. And I appreciate your time to came and join us for this webinar series, right?
Yes.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, thank you all.
Mm.